Hello children, good morning to all of you. This is your mathematics class and we are studying linear equation chapter. Children, linear equation chapter has been completed, but there are some children who have asked some difficult questions based on that. Children, these type of questions will not come in examination. Okay, these questions are just for your benefit. If you want to improve your mathematics, if you want to be good in mathematics, then solve these type of questions. For examination purpose, you can leave these type of questions. Okay, see here. First question is, a man is twice as old as his son. 20 years ago, the age of the man was 12 times the age of the son. Find their ages. See children, when the mathematical questions based on the age comes, then what is the method of solving? See here. First we suppose the present age of the given person. Just like here, in this question there are two persons. One is man and second is son. Your calculation will be easy if you suppose the age of the younger one. Who is the younger here? Man or son? Definitely son is younger. So suppose that the present age of son is equal to x years. If present age of son is x, then what will be the present age of man? See, according to the question, man is twice as old as his son. Man is 2 times of son age. It means if son age is x, then man age is 2x. Is this understood? Present age of son we have supposed x, and from the question we are getting present age of man should be 2x years. Now in the next part of the question, 20 years ago. Children, 20 years ago, what will be the age of the son? X minus 20. And what will be the age of man? 2x minus 20. These points are clear or not? 20 years ago, age of son will be x minus 20. Because present is x, so before 12 years, before 20 years, we will subtract 20. That is why x minus 20 is the age of son. Before 20 years, age of man will be 2x minus 20, because 2x is the present age. So 20 years before, we will subtract 20 years. So it will be 2x minus 20. Now question is saying, 20 years ago, the age of the man was 12 times the age of the son. The age of the man was 12 times the age of the son. This is the age of man before 20 years. This is the age of son before 20 years. And according to the question, age of man was 12 times the age of son. Okay, now your equation is ready. Solve and get your answer. See here. 2x minus 20 is equal to 12x minus 12 into 20, 240. Is this understood? We have opened the bracket. Now, bring 2x this side. Then it will become 12x minus 2x. And bring minus 240 this side. Then becomes plus 240. And this is minus 20. 12x minus 2x will be 10x. 12x minus 2x is 10x. 240 minus 20 will be 220. Is this understood? Don't be confused that this is right hand side, this is left hand side. Since both are equal, left hand side is equal to right hand side. So we can write any number according to our convenience. Here the variable is right hand side of the equal and numerals are left hand side of the equal. Okay, since these two are equal, so we can write any number in the left hand side and any number in the right hand side. That is why x variable has been written left hand side and number in right hand side. So here x is equal to 220 upon 10, that means 22. What is the x? X is the age of sun. Therefore, present age of sun is 22 years. And what will be the age of man? Therefore, present age of man will be 2x, means 2 into 22. 2 into 22, that is 44 years. Understood, everybody? Now see the second question. Divide 184 into two parts. Divide 184 into two parts. So suppose that first part of 184 be x. If first part is x, then what will be the second part? Second part of 184 will be equal to 184 minus x. Tell me these points are understood or not. 184 has been divided into two parts. One part we have taken x, then what will be the second part? The first part will be subtracted from 184, then we will get second part. See how? Suppose 10 is divided into two parts and one part is 3. 10 is divided into two parts and one part is 3, then what will be the second part? Definitely 7. 3 plus 7 is 10. But from where the 7 is coming? If first part is 3, then second part is 10 minus 3, then 7 will come. Same technique is applied here. 184 has been divided into two parts. One part is x, then second part will be 184 minus x. Okay, now see the question. Divide 184 into two parts such that 1/3 of one part, 1/3 of one part may exceed. We have learned the technique. At the place of exceed we will put minus. 1/7 of the other. 1/7 of the other. Other part is 184 minus x. Okay. By 8, at the place of by we will put equal. Is this understood? Your equation is ready. Now solve and get your answer. 1/3 of x exceed 1/7 of other part. Other part is 184 minus x. By 8 means equal to 8. Now solve and get your answer. This is x by 3 minus. This will be 184 by 7. Minus into minus plus x by 7 is equal to 8. Okay. You can see that x by 3 and x by 7 are added. So we can take the LCM in these two. 3 and 7. LCM will be 21. I am taking the LCM between x by 3 and x by 7. If you have confusion, then first you can write them together. X by 3 plus x by 7 is equal to 8 plus 184 upon 7. You can do this. This is the numeral, so it will be transferred to right hand side. In the left hand side we have kept variable. Now solve it. 3 and 7. LCM is 21. LCM is divided by denominator 3. 7 is coming. 7 into x is 7x plus 7 dividing the LCM. 7 dividing 21, 3. 3 into x, 3x is equal to 8 plus, see here, 7 cannot divide 184. Okay, so here also we will take the LCM. We will take LCM 7. So 7 into 8, 56 plus 184. Okay, here also we have taken 7 LCM. So 7 into 8, 56 plus here 184 will remain. Now 7x plus 3x, 10x. This 21 will be cross multiplied. This 21 will be cross multiplied to the right hand side. So it will be multiplied in numerator. And this 56 plus 184 will be 6 plus 4, 10, 8, 5, 13, 1, 14, 1 plus 1, 2. 21 into 240 upon 7. Is this understood? From where it is coming? 21 is cross multiplied, so this is 21. 56 plus 184 is 240. Okay. Now 7 is dividing 21 by 3 times. So x is equal to 3 into 240 upon 10. You can see both the zeros are cancelling. So x is equal to 72. X is equal to 72 means first part is 72. Then what will be the second part? 184 minus 72. Therefore 184 minus x is equal to 184 minus 72. Subtract it. 4 minus 2 is 2, 18 minus 7 is 11. That means first part is 72, second part is 112. So what will be the answer? Answer is 72 and 112. Okay, you have asked, so I have told you these type of questions. Note down. Now see the third question. According to the question, a sum of rupees 500 is in the form of denominations of rupees 5 and rupees 10. That means suppose you have 500 rupees. Suppose that you have 500 rupees and you have only two types of notes, 5 rupee notes and 10 rupee notes. Understood? Your total money is 500 rupees. And there are two type of notes only, 5 rupee notes and 10 rupee note. Is this clear? Now see, if the total number of notes is 90, if you count your notes, you are not counting the money, you are counting the notes, then you have 90 notes. You do not know how many 5 rupee note is there and how many 10 rupee note is there, but you know that the total you have 90 rupees. Then how many notes type are there? How many number of notes of each type? So see how to do. Let the number of rupee 5 notes be X. How many 5 rupee note is there with you? X note is there. Okay, now see. Therefore, the number of rupee 10 notes, it will be 90 minus X. How many notes you have? You have 90 minus X notes of 10 rupees. Why? Because 5 rupee notes is X. How many 5 rupee notes you have? You have X notes of 5 rupees. So remaining will be the 10 rupee notes, because you have total 90 notes. You have total 90 notes. Out of 90, X is the 5 rupee notes. So remaining will be the X rupee note. So remaining is 90 minus X. Okay. Now see. If you have X note of 5 rupees, then what will be the value of it? Its value will be 5 into X rupees. You have a one note of 5 rupees is 5. Two notes of 5 rupees is 10 rupees. How it is getting? 2 into 5. If you have 3 notes of 5 rupees, then 3 into 5 means 15. Similarly, if you have X notes of 5, then 5 into X will be the rupees. Understood? This rupee. This is the value of 5 rupee notes. And what will be the value of 10 rupee notes? 10 will be multiplied by number of notes. Understood? This is the value of 10 rupee notes. This is the value of 5 rupee notes. But according to the question, total money is 500. That means the sum of these two should be equal to 500. Is this understood? This is the value of 5 rupee notes. This is the value of 10 rupee notes. And the total is 500, means the sum of these two is equal to 500. Now your equation is ready. Solve and get your answer. See here. 5x plus 10 into 90, 900 minus 10 into x, 10x is equal to 500. You can see that 5x minus 10x will be minus 5x. 5x minus 10x is minus 5x. When plus 900 will go this side, it will become 500 minus 900. That means minus 5x is equal to minus 400. Understood? 500 minus 900 will be minus 400. So x is equal to minus 400 upon minus 5, because minus 5 is multiplied with x. So minus 5 is transferred, so it will divide the right hand side. Now both the minus are cancelling each other. 5 dividing 840 by 5 dividing 400 by 80 times. That means x is 80. And what is the x? Therefore, number of rupees 5 notes is equal to 80. That means 80 notes are of 5 rupee only. Now, what will be the 10 rupee notes? Number of rupees 10 notes will be 90 minus x, means 90 minus 80. That means 10. And this will be your answer. Understood? Total 5 rupee notes are 80 and 10 rupee notes are 10. And this your question was asking. Okay? Note down.